flash over waterfall. You can flash deep in it.
Pretty mild. Yeah, especially for how Navi been, especially with some of the stuff Navi been doing. I agree with that.
Well, she does have cats as well. It's harder to get value
This one was a
from them
lot lighter than I
There's
thought.
a ton of long angles, and I mean, you can see it there. Navi, 33% win rate. This is another new comp.
Yeah, they also
We get the
decide to
Keith
start on the
Joy. I'm
defense
telling
here.
you,
We've
last time
mentioned
it looked pretty
many times
decent.
the combos that you can do with the Fade Raise. We see it, of course, on the stage, and maybe they want to rely on
Yeah,
that.
this isn't great.
Anyway, moving on though.
In comparison to
no,
this.
I mean, yeah, I think this is obviously going to be quite fascinating to see how this plays out, maybe.
Yeah, I really like this Neon comp. I think this looks strong for NRG. Watch how proactive
Didn't he
they'll be
top frag
with
last time? Yeah.
crashes, and
Honestly, the
Neon
Killjoy
player here,
actually,
Invictor rotating
it gave me
into
so
the
much
Well, I
more
think the
faith
question
than I
on all
had
of our minds
originally.
is genuinely, what are Navi and NRG cooking
Victor's
with
Neon,
this
yeah, it's been
Lotus
looking
map?
decent
Let's
as well.
go ahead and send it back over to your casters. Of course, it's Doug and Bala.
Thank you, Golden Boy. Another composition for Navi, another variation in what they like to do on this map. And, you know, the Des was talking about it a little bit, Bala, but how do you feel about the raise here?
I mean, they started off with that raise all the way back at lock-in, and CNED looked slightly uncomfortable. It wasn't awful, but it definitely was uncomfortable for him. He's one of those guys who really favors the jet, but on this map, Navi has never wanted to run him on that. So, once again, they'll never settle on a comp on this map, but I kind of like, it's kind of a mix of some of the regular stuff and the Fnatic stuff. It's more like the Fnatic comp than anything else. The thing that they're missing is flashes, so we'll have to see how that ends up working out. They do have that buffered. Instead of the Astra that Fnatic plays, Angel has that Paranoia on the Omen.
Help a little
Say
bit.
decent a lot. What does it have to be rather than decent or good? Decent in the UK pretty much means good.
Absolutely.
Don't know if there's a language barrier or not, but decent here is like, that's a
On
compliment.
the other side, though, NRG with this Neon comp, Navi should be a little familiar on how to play against Neons.
Okay,
The
Navi
prevalence
on
of that
defense,
for foot.
NRG on
They
attack.
played quite a few times.
We go fast with this. Spike has run in. The spike has been tapped over towards B. It ran in solo with the dog. And then now they insta pivot over towards C. Victor's managed to dodge everything. Don't you dare, bro.
It's the speed of Victor.
See the value in the space. Being able to get past that. Finesse able to get the first. Now Sugetsu dancing around the utility. Looking for help. Trying to buy some time. The spike hasn't been committed. They're going to rotate out.
Just tapped it and pushed back.
It's
You can see
there,
why
and pretty
Victor
sure
wants
it's been
to go
happening to
there.
other streamers as well. Because I do see the stream like look laggy
Once
afterwards,
again,
and
the
it
pendulum
goes
swings. This time
backwards.
back towards C, and this time into the hands, into the laps of Zippon.
Not those util combos, though.
Does he have help? Can he deal any damage? No. Drop by Artis. Saw him taking a little bit of damage there. Crashes this
Now
time.
we got a little bit unlucky
Second
to not
time's
get
the charm.
anything
Got the spike
from
down
their Nate Teva combo.
I mean, they went around
And
the world there
NRG
multiple times.
are just in an
world is only
unlosable
C&D.
position in theory.
But they've got full
It
advantage.
could, could be an early
Takes a
cast here,
tough for
but
Navi
this
on
should
that
be
defense on a set.
like, how do you lose
Now we
this?
can
Look at
see
their
if they're able to
positions.
pick off. Victor the first on the swing. Victor gets the
Yeah,
second.
okay, I was gonna
A
say,
beautiful
does
round
it
for NRG.
makes
Prime
sense
game
they don't
flawless.
even lose any. Their positions were great here. Nice pistol. Crazy, a little bit crazy, but
Wish
nice
that
pistol.
started
Dog
off
in,
For
touch
NRG,
the
and they
spike,
avoided
back over towards
instantly one
B.
of the key
Then they
factors
kind of
that
cut
Des was
sound,
touching on it.
make it look like they could be going
Specifically
elsewhere, but
Kuka
actually just
mentioning that
re-hit
fade
C.
raise combo.
It was very nice.
You saw the
Um,
C's come in. It
Let
almost got.
me. Sorry, chat.
I think when I saw them run the fade raise very early on in the season, I was excited about the way that they were using those nade combos, but mostly on their attack side, not so much on the defense. And they abandoned it so fast that you didn't really see evolutions of it, so I'm interested how this plays out.
Did Finesse tug behind that haunt towards A? There may have been a little bit of misdirection. And off of that, it looks like NRG want to rotate that way.
Okay, but they are getting the orb for Shao.
They've pushed up. I don't think they realize what's on the other side of this. Finesse getting the first. Bit of a hold to Shao, not able to land the shot.
They're so
Really
methodical.
tough for them to escape this position.
This
but
is interesting as well.
Finesse pops his orb up.
Right, they're
Allows him to
really
fall back
thinking ahead.
into
It's
the util.
I mean, it's one of the, out of
Another
all of the
very
games we've
crucial
seen so
change here is
far, it's
Angel's
the
playing on the
lowest
controller and Shao on the Killjoy.
anti-eco buy. We have a
The big
rifle,
problem, the
2
biggest problem
ghosts,
for their Lotus compositions and the meta in general for
a
Navi has been the
Stinger
fact
and
that
a
all the double
Spectre.
controller comps are also played
Yeah,
with
this is
KJ.
like by far the
Because of that,
lowest
that pure
we've seen
Sentinel from
investment-wise.
Sugetsu. it's tough to continue running because he's the Viper for this team. So Shao's
Documentary
been
about
left in a real
Soulcast.
crisis, and
Yeah, I'm
you
actually
can
not
see it
sure,
come to a
right?
head
They said it
now
was
as
coming
they're
out like
AJ.
they did a tweet saying it was coming out tomorrow, and then it never came out.
So good at.
So they must be editing something else with it.
Deep flash and the paranoia. Angel near side with 70 HP, looking to take a fight around the wall. There are a couple heads just on the other side of it. He's not able to find any
Okay, I
of
mean
them.
the smaller buy seems to be paying off. They've only lost a little bit of armor here on all three of them.
I don't know how he
Nice
hit that
shot, bro.
second
That
shot,
second
man.
kill is outrageous. Fair play. Good bit of damage in the end.
And it is a good conversion on the anti-eco. And again, remember,
That one was
for NRG,
that one was
they lost both
kind of crazy.
pistols.
Oh, chat, sorry.
Opportunity to play
I botted it.
in these rounds specifically. So it's their turn to try to balloon the lead at the beginning of the rounds, or the half, I should say. Navi too, you could see actually, now they go for a more default wall, but in that
The self-way.
eco for them, they actually put their
Right.
Viper wall.
We go
covering
into
B and
this.
C,
What
kinda
do
the
we
opposite
have?
of the
Yeah,
wall
the
right
bonus
now.
is decent, right? The two
Heard Dubros talk a lot during the
ghosts
halftime interview,
pick up a rifle.
or
That's
between
not
that
too bad
interview,
at all.
about how they have something prepared specifically for NRG.
They bought a little bit
Wonder if
more
that factors
because of
into
the
how they're
extra
using the
kill
Viper
that went
walls
in from
in
Shao.
this defense.
Very well could be the case for now. NRG attention towards A. Finesse creeping his way forward. I don't know that they're going to be expecting his position to get to in the face of paranoia. Has to drop a molly.
Man, Sagetsu's in a weird pulse.
But the utility, the way that NRG uses utility is
Yeah.
so
Did
overwhelming.
he just not?
It's so
Did he just think they didn't push through
just the
door here
util
with
too.
his molly?
It's the amount of times they're tapping this door.
Yeah.
They've tapped it 4 times already in this round. On pistol, they tapped it 4 rounds on the C side.
It's the scratching of nails on a chalkboard. You have to address it. You have
I mean,
to
he was in a
respect
really
it,
rough position.
But you so desperately
Great
want it to
pivot.
stop.
Great pivot from NRG as well. They
And
go over
Finesse
towards
patiently
B. It's
waiting
up
for
to
as long as
Angel.
he
Has
was,
to
gets
kill
to
2,
Angel, though.
potentially
Sucker
3
punching
here.
artist.
Spike planted.
Definitely doable here for Navi. Again, their retakes have been struggling, but
shot.
that's a start from Angel.
That's
He
clean.
might have done
Takes
enough.
down Crashes too. The thorn in their side is Psalm. That one though
Some.
this
Do they
time.
even expect a double luck? Yes, Zipan does.
Finesse is still in a position.
Wait, I really thought Zipan would be
to
good
play
for that,
hero
especially with
BB, but he
some
ultimately
like
falls.
literally crouch walking around the
2v2
corner.
now. Samri exploring. He's going to be going in through panel. Victor's already fallen, but I don't know that they're going to be expecting Sam's
No.
position.
Another
horrible.
instant
Why would you
reposition from
expect
him.
another
Oh
there?
my god, he's so
The Red Bull
good.
clutch for NRG.
He's actually so good.
Again, it's Psalm.
He's been incredible. He gets the kill from Zipan on the
beast.
flank, and
And
then
he
he
will be
insta-rotates again.
thorn in
He
their
gets this
side
kill
again.
instantly. Knife
this
out,
point.
not
That's brutal.
expecting
That
it.
nade
That
from Cena, I have to say,
was
again,
incredible.
just completely whiffed on that one. Tries to cut off the spot that Psalm was last spotted. But
Chat,
not
why were the people
quite
complaining
fast
that he
enough to
should have been in my
react.
top
It's also
16?
nading his spike diffuser.
He should have been there. He's been outrageous.
The clutches have come in bunches for NRG. We're early on the second map. The potential from Roar. You see the slight buy out.
You
from
hear
the
complaining in the
defense.
cave.
Just the Bulldog in
There
the
we
hands of
go.
Angel.
You start to look at more of those situations
needed that
go
in the YouTube
NRG's
comments.
favor, and you're looking at a blowout here on Lotus.
Mind you, this is the attacking side. Maybe not to the
Bonus
same degree as we
round
talked with
one.
Descent, but attacking side should be favored here.
Yeah,
course,
I
Navi,
mean,
great
let's
at
see how many
resetting,
they get.
and that's a great at being
Navi
able to
still
come back
have
in
the
these
attack
situations,
side,
but
which is a little bit
On
easier,
Lotus,
but
it's one of these maps that they have struggled with so
they're
often.
going to
and
need to
again,
get something
in a
on the
retake.
defense. This is a really good chance for NRG to stack up some econ. It's already good.
Not certainly one you want to see again. Sam creeping forward, spotting Angel, dealing damage. 5 HP for the leader for Navi. Ultimately falls to 0 as Sam once again causing problems.
I mean, it's
Another
perfect.
flawless round for NRG.
Yeah, 1 armor rebuy. That's what we're talking about. 3,000 top of head, just a bit of util, and 1
Multiple
armor.
now.
That's all they have to buy. Their money's really good. 4K on pretty much everyone. We
It's
can
gonna
round
be a
these ones
timeout
up.
for Navi to recover from that Prime Gaming flawless. Those double smokes on the site, one was the defensive one was the attack side. Make it really difficult for them to actually barrel through.
Is this for real the best we've got in the
Definitely game
EMEA?
plan needs to be
I mean,
reevaluated.
no,
Those
this is,
ideas that you
in
heard
theory,
Dubros
this is the
talk
4th.
Planned for this team, knowing that this pick was coming.
Mad Booty
to fruition
Magic,
right
what's
now.
up, dude? Thank you so much for the gifted. T Simple T. Welcome, bro. Thank you so much.
You
Man.
wonder what adaptations will be
Appreciate
made on the
it.
other
Thank
side
you,
of this. I think.
Bad Booty Magic.
But I mean, the truth is, Zipans to get to have both struggled. Really, nobody has found very much traction at all for Navi. So maybe this is just a.
You
it's
sent some
just a
YouTube
sign
comments to
from
complain about Som.
strategic
Thank you for
adjustment.
that.
It's just like, all right, settle.
Yeah.
Right. It's still early in this map. There's still plenty of time to make a run at this.
One of the reasons why they're so resilient in general is because they're not really an emotional team.
Yeah.
And because of that, may
Stump
make it
Bo
harder to
as well.
capitalize on
Stump
some of
Bo
the
with the
momentum
Prime, new member of the
off
Slug
big
Club.
rounds
Thank you
from
very
Zenit,
much,
off
mate.
of big
Appreciate
rounds from
that.
Shao.
Thanks for doing it, dude.
But
Welcome
you're
in.
right. Zipon specifically,
Appreciate
I think,
using
on
your
that
Prime
first
on me.
map, had some
Chat, let me just refresh this
anchor the
just in
site,
case.
uses
Been
util
having
in a
some
good
madness.
way and constantly
Jesus,
just
what's
getting
going on
countered
as well?
out. Hurts
Ethan
over
Bees
and
with
over.
the Prime,
He's
2
one of those
months in the
guys
Slug
who
Club. Hemi
so underrated
underscore
on this
O
team.
with your Prime as well. New member of the Slug Club. Welcome in, mate. Thank you so much for that.
See how they reset.
Thank you
That
for the
timeout,
primes.
unfortunately, has
Appreciate
to
it.
be
This
used
is the
bulk of it
OP,
to consider how these ults
the
are gonna be used for
OPI.
NRG, not really even addressing the
Really
game
strong. You kind of have to commit to shoot it, and then
Reels
when you
to
do
him,
commit, you
lockdown
get scanned.
Seekers, and then Victor's
It's a
overdrive.
nice overview to
I
show
like what
this
they're
as well.
doing, doubling down on the fact that they're getting up into A main. That haunt, that one-way
Still a
combination
solid
is
default
allowing
at the
them to
moment.
farm
They don't
orbs.
have A control, and this is
Different
fully
Viper
over
wall, too. You see how
towards
far up it goes, sectioning off
Navi.
B.
But they have at
Seems
least,
like they
well,
wanna end C.
before this
Once
kill
again,
went
they're
down, they
tapping
did
at
at
the door
least
and Crashy's falls.
create pressure over towards B. Still put the ult into it.
How many pump fakes are we in
And
for this time,
what is
Bala?
the reaction? Sugetsu still
Already
has
had
double
one towards
molly
B. This time they invest in
if he wants
lockdown.
to.
The lockdown this time.
Yeah.
No chance they actually pivot back off of. Some very
Oh,
low
it's the good
HP.
ult as well that
Is
covers
big good?
this.
Yes, covers both waterfall, but it does give them
Still
some
pretty
space to
hard
work with on the
retake.
backside of the spawn
I
exit.
mean, look at this
There
ult.
was no
It's
funnel
incredible.
behind
It
that
has
Prowler
so
too that was
much
intended
spread.
to provide
Here,
some
here
info
covers
in
the
the
spike, and he has
So
this
many
area.
key ults, one
I'm just going to
pip
color
away
it
from
in. He has
Navi.
this
They're not gonna
area
have
to
time to
hide
actually
it. It's an
activate those with a
incredible
kill.
Viper
All
ult.
4 members of NRG, with the exception of Artis, excuse me.
And this
tucked
pause
in the
is
pin.
so strong.
Oh, Cena trying to find space, catch him by surprise, and he cannot.
And FNS has double molly. Do you ever see a
Pit's
lineup
still
off
up,
the
Pit's
wall?
still in play. Som with 41 HP. Both players separated. Sugetsu finally taking him down.
They're giving up the pit though, going for mollies instead.
Both fire through. Artis with 2. He's gonna have to do it on his own. And with 2 bullets left,
To get half.
flip runs dry, jumps up, tries to spawn.
Oh, he got off. Oh, this is insane. Chat, the FNS's Viper ult was so good. It was so
He is
good.
just
That's the best,
beasting
by
his
far the
former
best
teammates.
Viper ult I've
And this
ever
time he's
seen on
playing
C.
Killjoy.
It's incredible. Nicely done from Artist. Managed to clean him up. A lot of low HPs though.
What
Just
a
spraying
moment
into
for
this.
Artis. Again, Sugetsu's really finally, he comes alive in that moment. Makes it really difficult. And you can see the
Yeah,
NRG
Artis
players
taking that
falling
all
back
day.
into that post plant, falling back into old reliable, dropping the pit. It's the right call. This time,
It's
though,
Shinobi
finally
as
those
well with the
ults.
Prime.
You can
Thank you
see,
so much, bro.
There was no
Appreciate
ults
you.
last round. This
Thank
time
you,
they have
thank you.
4. NRG challenging.
Remember, it's just Pistol Swarm. They do have 3 rifles, excuse me. There is a little
Welcome
bit
into
too
the
here.
Slug Club, bro. Thank you very
And
much.
one of them finds
Navi
value.
again holding over
Victor,
towards
seconds
aggro.
away from saving him with that
Aggro
fast
A. This time they
Gotta be
push
careful
C
here.
with
The
it.
turret's gonna provide some cover, but
Feels like they've had
Navi
the
have taken
turret.
so much space
Oh,
down
they
C.
get a lot of info
just
here.
broke it.
I've got your trail.
They might
kinda
just try and
trapped in
walk
right
into it.
CNED? Not able to find it. Not able to land it with the ult. And they're gonna push
and
back
they-
into the space.
They get double
Navi
kill
is
here,
taken.
and they got
Lockdown
2
cleared. Members
ults
of
out of
Navi
them.
cleared.
They put 2
Got
ults
rifles
into
upgraded
this.
though across the board.
3 still in play. He wasn't able to find anybody.
Oh, no.
Showstopper. The Phantom cannot either. Second time's the charm though with 6 bullets left. Finds another. 3v2
Make it 3 ults.
in favor of Navi.
Crashes
Angel
gets
ulted,
off here
4
and allows
ults.
Finesse to work this flank. The alarm
Dude,
bot was
if
down.
Navi don't
He's
win
so
this
far
round,
up. Zipan's gonna be the first to
I'm gonna lose my
contact.
mind.
Moments like these, mid-rounding from NRG, finding gaps. Finesse is all the way through spawn. He's not even going to get caught by Angel. They've put this into a very workable, if not
Yeah,
advantageous
but like
position
they have
NRG
the
has
advantage now.
because of
It's
Finesse's
mad. I can't. What
As
the
a
hell is
volley,
that?
just saw the
Smoke
orb
hit.
used.
And despite the fact that that bounced a few
Man,
times,
this
it's
game
still
has some
perfect.
weird little.
Maybe a gap on the left, but should be fine.
Crashy's just got a flash up too. Position to perhaps get info up in heaven.
This is an odd decision though, because he commits into pit, into the drop down. So he's isolated from Finesse.
Angel's so weak. CNED not much better off.
Same decision being called from Navi, splitting up as well.
He's gonna hear him. Waiting. There
It's
it
just
is.
like, who
Shots
plays
delivered.
there? I mean, who honestly plays there?
CNED in, 1v2, a chance to play hero, and he
So
cannot.
strong.
As Crashy shuts
my
the door
god,
on the round.
chat. Navi used 4
6-0
ults.
on the attacking side for NRG.
These rounds are coming in huge streaks for NRG. It was 6 in a row in the first half of Ascent. It was 7 in a row on the second half to close out the map. Now you're starting again, 6-0.
Why did they use so many ults
I mean, those
into
pistols
Nico as well?
in the
Like,
last
it was
map
a low buy.
that Navi strung
Was
together.
it not a low buy? I mean, I'm hearing the sheriff there as well. I feel
Big
like it
factor
was.
in why that game was even a thing here. You can see, even when CNED has some heroics to get this round back, he gets shut down in the clutch.
We've got a bit of
Oh,
real
this
life.
Angel shutting down Victor. Paranoia traded.
The shift out of the timeout for NRG has been hit this A side hard. And the adjustment is not there from Navi to start pivoting. That nade, that C is over towards that A side. And don't forget, Artist used his lockdown 3 rounds ago, now back active.
I still can't get over that round. I can't believe they used 4 ults for this.
Shao's gone exploring. Once again, the turret to provide some cover. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight ensues towards A main.
Okay.
Navi are able to hold the line.
Well,
they get
they do
4.
that with no ults.
And
That
a
was
great
very
response
nice.
as Navi
That's
are
much better.
finally on the board with a Prime Gaming flawless.
Still though, the problem now is
wait.
if they lose this, they
Come
go back
alive
down,
there,
lose their
swinging
loss
out of the
bonus.
door.
The good news is 5 alive, so they can buy next at
For all
least.
4.
Sideshow
players.
Zella, what's up, dude? Thanks so much for the 2 months. They say
Remember,
FNS's
that was
brain is
still as
so
well.
big that he can't wear
NRG
hats.
canceling that A main pressure. Angel just
honestly,
comes
that's
out
incredible.
way wide, gets the kill anyways, and TP's out.
And it's also like a little
Despite not
dig
finding
because
value with
CNED
the
was wearing a hat earlier.
one way with
So I
the
don't know if
pawn.
you're calling him out as well, but kind of multi-layer.
Well, let's see approach for NRG here. Heavy towards C. And another opener for NRG.
Victor's neon is disgusting. And there you see, because
Chat,
the
1-9.
presence was so
1-9
heavy
loss
towards
bonus
C,
on
Angel
top of
thinks
this.
he
I
has a
know they
little bit
can
more
buy, but
space,
the round
but
after
the
will be
battle
so
between the two
important.
IGLs.
This could be an insanely
Finesse
dominant
gets the better
half.
of him again.
3v5.
And that's got to be so
NRG
miserable
need to
for
make sure
defense
they
to know
don't
you're
lose
not
this
winning
one.
fight C. At the same time,
And
you're
Navi
losing
need to
fight
somehow
A.
win this
You're not
one.
really gaining any traction
Win this
anywhere.
one or the next round. Otherwise, this is an insanely dominant half.
Zephan spotted. Fight taken out of him. Trying to trade it.
He's the only one here,
He's
Still
not
gets
around
it.
for long.
but they also get another kill on the other side. Oh, and CNED just has to shrug at that.
Dude, even the observer
Gets spiked
switched
down,
because
and
he
again, it
knows
looks
that
like NRG
CNED should
will
be
hit
getting the
7.
kill. And FNS has just managed to jiggle, get the gun out, dodge the 4 bullets and 1 tap.
Tough position too. He knows Finesse is going to be hitting that lurk
Man,
after
when
getting
that
CNED.
stuff's happening, it's got to be over, right?
You just have to know, right? It's finesse, too.
It's hilarious too, because Finesse, I mean, has definitely struggled. He comes into this tournament as one of the lowest rated players, but consistently, when you watch NRG, he is finding rounds like this.
Yep.
Big multi-kills. Surprisingly, in the Americas League, he had some of the highest 4K totals out of anybody.
Well, it's that scoreline.
Not even going to attempt it. So Finesse will just end with the 3. And if history so far in this match has been anything to go by, they start another streak right here. That blowout will come to reality. Which is crazy, again, considering all the way back towards Ascent, how we were thinking that reality was
Focus
not
expert.
going to favor
Expert, what's up,
NRG
dude?
after
There you
that
go.
first half that we saw. If they lost control of that first streak.
I believe that's a second timeout called from Navi.
Yeah.
So in the first half, they invest both.
Lofar said that Navi
And
are
decide to
going
go
to
silent
struggle
from
because
their
they don't
coach for
have
the rest
reps
of
on
the map.
comps, so they should be playing.
Something that
I mean, we don't know
Chat
about their practice,
has
but
to
I think
use
it's a
to their
very
advantage.
valid
Yeah,
thing
you
that he's
wonder,
saying.
too, how much of
I
that
do
was
agree with
extended
it.
off of
I
the
think
fact
that's
that the
actually
round
a
ended.
take that
Previous
I
round
agree
ended
with.
the way that it did.
yeah.
Right? There was just plenty of time for Shao and the team to talk through things. Opportunistic, perhaps, from Navi's
I also
leader to call
think
a
that they've
timeout
just
and
been getting straight
talk
up
through this the rest of the way.
angeled all the time.
And there has been a shift since that last time out in the game plan from NRG. So it's tough. I mean, it's tough. 9 rounds in, and you're calling the second time out because of that sort
A
of
creeper
adaptation that is difficult to
44434. What's up, dude, with the prime? Thank you
With
so
a
much. Do
rigid comp
you
like
think
this,
Navi
you
can
don't
beat
really have
EDG?
the
Yeah,
room
for
that
sure.
NRG have. with the
sure.
Neon to be able
EDG,
to
problem
flex
with
around the map.
EDG at the moment is it feels very one-dimensional how they
Regardless of
play,
what setup you
even
start
though
with. If
they
you
do
start
have
with the Raze and
incredible
Fade on one side
players.
of the map, it takes ages for them
Can
to
you
get to
surrender
the
in
other
these games?
in time to
Technically,
be there.
yes, but you kind of have to
Neutral cycle is
misclick.
gonna be difficult
I mean,
for
we had it. There was a
Navi to
game
contend
changers
with.
game. They misclicked. They
Quite
surrendered.
some time away for them to have any key ones, whereas NRG starts out of the timeout with, again, crucial ones. It was the same factor before, by the way. They had to spend a lot of the timeout talking about how they want to counter. For Lotus in general, when you got a KJ lockdown, it's almost always going to that C side or maybe a push-up H3. But the C one is just so
Yeah, they like
effective.
misclicked and then they thought it was
Already
a
saw it once from
timeout or
Artist.
something, so they all voted yes. I can't remember. I
And
can't
they do
remember the exact
insert
reason for them all
Victor
voting
to open
yes,
up
but
that door and take
either
control
way,
of
somehow it
very carefully.
happened, and it was a
I mean,
mistake.
He just went out with no smoke, nothing there active.
It's bold.
You should run.
Bold, but it works. There's the lockdown that you were just referring to,
Sugetsu
and how
decide to
effective it is.
insta ult here
They
from
rely
the
on it
back,
here.
or also okay,
Oh, I love
insta
this.
ult
Me too.
gets out of there, can
Not
get
only
back
is it
in.
the hit from Sugetsu, but look at the space that they're taking
I
mid.
think that timing
Can
might
he
be
get back
awful
in?
for him though, and they're already taking pit. He does have space in spawn, but
Sam is in it.
he just recovered it.
He just bullied him out.
Oh gosh,
Shorty, but he's decayed.
that was a crucial fight for Sugetsu
That
to
was a
win.
really
Without that
important
tool, they
duel.
can't retake the site, but there's a counter pit at the same time.
I mean,
Site
they've done the
littered with
OP
green
pit
goo.
again. Oh, it's a
That's the
little bit
spike
different,
ticks.
but he still has a segment to hide in.
How do they flood their way in?
But look at it, it's too good,
Artist
man.
playing offside,
This
but once
ult is
again,
too
everyone
good.
huddled up close.
When you have a Viper
Sugetsu
ult,
swinging
why would you
around,
not try and
Not
go
spotting
C
anything
every
yet.
single
He's gotta go
round
into the pit.
when your ult is this good?
Both teams, like Navy SEALs, creeping their way forward cautiously,
They're gonna save.
carefully, and you're right, they're out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they
What
go
a
insane.
wild
But
round.
look at it, chat. Look how much spread it has. It's
Victor's looking
insane.
for exits too. Can he get both? Yes.
And they don't get to save these guns, and they find out where
That
the last
decision to
player is,
save,
and they
all of a
can
sudden
super
they're
hunt.
thinking and scratching their heads. We should have gone for that. If this is the outcome, that we come out with only a single gun.
You mentioned a couple of rounds, Ball, of the possibility of a snowball, the possibility of a
Yeah, I
stomp.
can't get over how good this Viper ult
It's
is.
8-1 in favor of NRG right now.
You get this Viper
It was
ult
a
down, it's so
6-round
good.
streak.
I don't think you can
that was
lose. The
temporarily
only way
broken.
you
It
can
seems
lose
like
against
NRG
this
are
Viper
backing
ult,
their way
and
towards
how
that.
teams
They're
would
not-
have to
they're not
counter
just
it
on
if
fire
they honestly, if it is
player-wise
like
and
100% every single time they use this ult,
strategy is on
you'd
fire
have to
too, and
flank
Finesse' calling is on fire.
round and just spam this
Everything
area.
working
You have
for
a
this
Lotus
team.
square where he would be.
We'll have a different
Maybe
mod
if he
up
was
on
super
top of
scared, you could
Pillar,
omen
but
flash it as
everything
well. We'd
considered
probably
here from
hug wall.
NRG. They don't even budge a little bit.
Like
based
that's
off
how
of
good it
different
is.
util
Like the
being
ult goes
thrown out.
down,
They were so
I
well
can't see
prepared
a
for
way
this.
of you losing this round, especially when he has
Trailblazer
the
paves the
lineups
way
off
for
the wall
Victor.
with the
To
mollies.
not only takes his space, but also clear the alarm bot. That was intended to be defensive towards B.
One way refreshed.
Counter molly. He would just go
players
aggro here though. He would just sit in
The
it
KJ
here.
and the Viper could be a deadly combination if they don't have a molly.
He'd
actually,
just wait it
Sugetsu.
out really. Can still be in the ult.
You see both from Shao. Waiting, and Sugetsu's already fallen. There are the nanos, they're procced. Try to find space, try to
I
get
like
through
this.
it, and
I
they
like
cannot.
both things about this.
Shao's combination of utility holding him back for now, but he
The
gets
wall
peppered through the
contact
box.
that I liked.
Not able to find
The
anything
double
else.
setup
Zipman's
I
rotating over.
liked.
He has the nightfall.
Gives up his position here. Som can get away. They're gonna push up.
Oh
There's the
my
nightfall. They want to go
god, what
aggressive
a...
here. They can't hear a thing. CNET finding one with the Phantom. That's
Oh.
all it is, oh dear. Som once again
Som
in a
1v1.
clutch. Spotting Zipman. The silence of the moment deafening. As now Som hears
Okay,
him and
nice shot
Zipman's
from
on
him.
the
With
flick.
Guardian as well, really was a nice shot. Well, they needed that. They
Good
double their
recovery,
rounds
and
at
finally one of
8-2.
them fall. One
And
of
it
those
feels
1v1
like they need
situations
2 more of
ends
those
up
hero play kind of
going for
rounds.
Navi.
I don't know how CNET survived for so long, by
And I
the way.
say
That was
finally because
wild
it was
to
a
watch.
massive string of them throughout the entire series. This round was crazy. I didn't know who could not hear what.
Yeah.
Immense disappointment shown on Som's face, which is quite surprising given the scoreline shown right now and the control that they have and the performance that he's had so far.
If they lost
Keep it
this,
under control though.
these... Actually, this is
Aggression from
kind
Navi
of a big
towards
round
B.
for
CNET
Navi.
First there. Victor waiting on the other
Shot.
side. The Prowler finds a kill.
Oh man, if that dog had got him, it would have taken him down 8 HP. It's a nice start. They managed to get out here as well. That's the entry done.
And off of that, NRG decide they want to re-explore. They want to go straight into the space that Navi just found success in. And it's quiet.
The line's
It's
back.
contact. CNET 8 HP close by, not
Bro,
able to
why
find
can I
anything
never
else.
see
Seekers
this?
invested from Crashies.
NRG is just so good at having a variety of ways.
Fucking
Look at
need a line on
Crashies.
it.
Let's get canceled. Oh!
Angel looked at him too.
Down B.
3v2 now. Once again, numbers disadvantage for NRG. Is there the potential for a clutch?
Finesse looks to want to break the door, actually, maybe pivot, but they're corralled right now.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Cautiously, Artis
Still a
gets
pretty
spiked
odd
down.
retake. I know it's 2v3, but
Sugetsu creeping. The potential for chaos is Artis
that's
gets
a
the
low
first.
HP down.
2v2 now. Finesse still a little weak. It's all eyes on Artis. He's gonna have first contact here. Actually, the
Oh.
wall isolates him. It was all on Sugetsu to find the value, and he does.
Okay.
Very
Well,
well played
that'll
to play
do it.
around his utility
Sure.
to isolate
3.
the kills.
And that at least means that they could buy into this.
The fact
Still
that
think they need
Sugetsu's able
4. Still think they need 4
realize
and a
how
pistol.
or how Finesse is using that wall to create a pocket for Artis is just so beautiful. It's a Viper v Viper battle.
Yeah, he had the bullets of this person shooting the turret.
tell
That's why
why.
we knew he was there, just in case you missed
He
it.
wants Sugetsu on that agent. Not that any of the util for him was impactful there, just understanding how Finesse is using his. And Navi are putting together a little bit of a streak of their own. Two
Yeah,
in a
he
row right
spammed
now.
there, but
They
just
could
the
end
turret
with
came up
4
from the
total
killjoy
rounds
here,
in this half,
and
which
he spammed.
wouldn't be the end
So
of the
he knew
world,
that he was there. He
not
just
the
had him in the
greatest,
sand.
but wouldn't be the end of it.
Yeah, by no means.
Lotus is attack-sided.
It is Cned with an
I
op this
goes
time.
in over towards A. Smoke is here. A
He's up
control
forward
for
by himself,
Navi, but
too.
they've been getting that all the time. It doesn't really matter. Damn, timing on that's a little bit
They know where he
unlucky.
is. The rumor to provide cover. He tries to take
What
the
a
door,
shot.
and he takes Finesse with him. That nade is good.
It's a nice trade though. Overwhelming. They're gonna insta just dog
Buys some
this and
time, but
walk in.
Artis still gets the
Now they
kill.
don't even need to dog. They just flash. They don't even have the dog actually.
Damage done. But Victor gets on the racetrack. Plant the spike and Crashes goes for a little too much there.
Angel's high ground was too much to deal with.
Shao has ult for retake.
This time the lockdown won't have a chance to get broken other than that flank attempt from Som. And now he's put his team in a 2v4 situation where they're already going to be defusing before they even get
Yeah,
out.
I mean,
and
this
it's
one's
not
done.
planted for them.
No, I mean, the round is done. There's no
You
way
can't
through.
really plant there when there's a killjoy
No
up.
matter how pissed you are, you're not winning
Killjoy
this
or
round.
Alright, they get 4.
Navi
This
equalized.
one's it's
8-4
doable.
still in favor of NRG, but that could have been disastrous.
I mean, a little bit of a
NRG with all the momentum.
little bit of a
Let it slip a little
repeat
bit.
of the
despite
first map.
CNED, by the way, he should have been dead without even one
Navi
man.
having a late run at the end to make it
still able to recover.
doable.
Trade him out and get on that site.
Just masterful use of utility. The Roomba to provide some cover. Either way, an 8-4 half for NRG. Do not be fooled by this scoreline. It is attack-sided. Let's throw it down to the desk to break down the first half.
GG or no?
Thank you so much for that one, Doug
might be
Apollo.
on pistol.
Already you could see just how prepped and ready to go NRG were at the start of this one. Credit though to Navi for at least picking up a few rounds there, Kukuka.
Yeah, exactly. But just at the end, right? It was a very rough start of this map. They were saying Doom was there, and we prepared a composition that is perfectly tailored for them. But in so many occasions, we saw that it was actually working against them. And we wanted to take a look at this round because of the Viper spit that Finesse is going to be using. We were talking on the desk about how they've been picking up comms, and actually the best thing about them is that they understand them and they improve them. It's not some teams that just, they're like, oh my god, this team is so good with this, I'm just going to copy it and run it just the way that they do. No.
Man, that
They-
jump
they
peek
have
there
that
to see if he was off the
introspective
spike,
journey onto
or
it,
to even
and
get him off the
understanding
spike
what
was
is
so
the
nice.
best way to use the composition and to bring something new.
Yeah, and it's just little things like that that can help make NRG so good. And that would see as a little gap to throw the molly around the corner and keep that pit up. But now we head into the second half. And the question is, with this comp for Navi that they're yet to play, how well can they do on the attacking side? Because you'll notice NRG has nearly a 50% win rate on defense, which is pretty good for Lotus. These Neon comps tend to be defensive-sided because Crashy is
Sporkful, what's up, dude? Thanks so much for the Prime. 4 months, appreciate you.
with him can give you a really good read on where your opponent is going if they're not super careful on
Thank
when
you very
they're
much,
getting
bro.
in
Appreciate
forward
you,
with
Prime.
flashes.
And again, for me, Navi, we're seeing that the fade is on Ziban. To me, it's a crime, kind of. If you have Shao and you have somebody else playing the fade, I feel like the heroics that we were seeing from CNET is very similar.
Dude, is
to
this
what
the
we
same
saw
guy
in
from
Ascent.
yesterday?
It cannot happen again, but maybe they will need that race operator
Could
to be shining on the defense.
Too old for tea as well. What's up, dude? Thank you so much. 4 months. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you for the 4 months. Thank you for the tier 1.
Thank you, Golden Boy. Bala, I don't know about you. My eyes fall towards CNED. Remember, we talked about the last time they played Raze.
Yep.
He looked slightly uncomfortable. Now, as the sole tip of the spear to go aggressive on attack, I imagine he's got to be able to find some space.
Well, don't forget Angel's on the team.
That's true. He is the entry. He is the entry. That's a very good point.
Feels like Navi need to win this pistol.
That was all the way back at lock-in when they played this fade Raze. And they had some
In
really
terms
good
of pistols,
set nades.
it's 2, 1, 1,
The tech shown,
and
but
0
Artist
for this
not
map.
peaked.
Only tagged one. CNED wise to it.
Yeah, that's nice.
You see the paranoia as they try to take the fight through the door.
And
Simon
he got a
crashes
dink
both.
before he swung here.
With Victor
Dink
not
through the
far
box.
Such good understanding of the control that they have on
It's a
down
nice
there with the
trade back.
one-way. Again, NRG displaying a mastery of strategy. Just like the pistol
Navi
sent,
just
slowed
cutting
down
sound.
to a
Literally
crawl.
just waiting. They have a turret that gets info if they push.
They're just
They
gonna
might have
re-hit
heard the
as soon as that
rotate from
smoke
C.
comes
I'm not
back up
entirely
from
sure.
Angel.
But it was
A
been.
flash to come
boy.
through. He's got this in the
Nicely done.
bag.
Yeah, he was done. No real chance to counterplay there.
That orb is fantastic, by the way. Very difficult to do anything because you
Yeah,
have to
the
jump
orb is
out
really
once
cool.
you get out of it.
Crashies has no flashes to pop out of
Whoa.
it. Victor going forward. Crashies with the first, and that's
Okay.
all it is. The pistol
Zipan
for Navi.
blocked Victor out of the
3
air
out of
with
4.
that one as well. All right, well, they get the
Crucial for
pistol
them
that
to
we were
stay in that
talking
game
about
on
with
a set.
3-1 altogether in terms of this map 1-1.
And despite that, they still lost 13-8. Very well done, though. On the side of Navi, specifically Angel. And there was even a safety valve there with the flank from Sugetsu coming in late in the round.
Yeah, I like the util here.
NRG choosing not to buy
Come on,
here.
Artist,
Just
get the
the
shorty back.
shorty for finesse. That pesky one that he can be.
I think that wall is actually jump spottable. And Navi are throwing out. You got to be careful with those. There's so much pros and cons for all of the different Viper wall on attack that you put down.
In terms of how
Upstairs,
Navi
you
are
can actually
approaching
cover
this
heavy when you actually hit the A side,
rifle.
Prevent the jump spot. You
And
actually see it
two
right now
ghosts
from
into
top.
this one, and these ghosts can be rifles into the next
Even when
round.
that
So
wall goes up, it has
it's
a
pretty
little
nice.
pocket to peek a little bit.
Big focus on the bonus. And this, I mean, Navi are
Just over
normally.
a minute left in
This could be a
round. You
cast,
saw
but
the first orb
Navi
picked
are
up
really
mid.
good normally at these
By
rounds
Navi.
and actually having a lot of rifles into the bonus.
Seems like that's all they want to do for now as they turn their attention towards A. Nade, the molly.
They're
and
kind of the
door. I
people
mean,
that
they're fully committing to this. They've
started
invested
this.
everything.
That's a really good nade and haunt combo right there. Not using a seize doesn't happen in this round, but
2 deaths. That's what
that
they're
nade
allowed.
pushes them into the haunt. So the players who are pushing in tree have full awareness of what's going on.
Sugetsu tucking inside the smoke in the face of the flash, drops the molly. Shao gets the kill.
The orb coming up at the same time too, decaying them all.
Very nicely done.
Wait, chat, some of this util is really good.
And if you allow these post plans to get set up from Navi, they have so many tools. Not that
I
NRG
wouldn't
didn't.
be against.
course.
I know this
We
sounds
didn't
mad,
actually
but
see
Chet
much
has 2
inside pressure
pauses,
from
right?
NRG.
I wouldn't
Other
be
than
against
looking
taking
for
a
picks
pause
in
here, unless
the mid-round,
FNS
they
is
were
going to be
always
talking,
falling
unless
off.
unless the whole team is really
towards
good at
B and C,
relaying a lot of
Navi not
information
doing
of
the
what they've
same.
seen, and honestly, they probably are. But there's definitely a lot of
man.
util here that's come up that they could
Full
talk
map,
about,
holistic
and
approach.
you might start playing after seeing a lot of this util and be like, I think we need to fight heavier sites and flood sites before
All
they get
things considered,
plants.
very clean for Navi. They
That's
keep
at
all
least
their
where
weapons.
I'm leaning towards after I'm seeing some of this
They didn't
util with the
even-
one-way here,
they
the
didn't
smoke
take
here.
damage, if
They're
I'm
not using
mistaken.
mollies
They
to hit
all
the
of them
side
carried light armor
itself.
through.
I wonder if they are
That's
going to
important.
start flooding
as
sites a bit
really as
faster and
much as you
preventing the
can possibly
plant
ask
instead
for.
of trying to
Minimum
play for a
400 credits
retake.
saved on
I don't know.
everybody.
I'm not entirely sure, but
Best outcome. Now, considering that, a lot of those anti-ecos for
Charles,
Navi
man,
on
stuff
the
it.
pistol round wins have been really best outcomes from them. Very good anti-ecos. It's just this round that they're supposed to have a better advantage because of the way that they buy up. That's become full meta at this point, where they're struggling. And look at this push, 3
all
man
right, Desp,
into
take it
B,
easy, man.
trying to disrupt the bonus ideas from Navi.
The turret was there. Shao was close by, but Sugetsu's the casualty.
He's in a position that that turret is not going to be active fast enough for him to react.
The defense rotating A. You've got Crashies with some utility waiting on the other side of the panel. I think they may push him.
They didn't need through the panel to clear, so they have that space now. Gotta look for more picks in this 4v5. This is where NRG was shining in that first map. Navi have yet to really display the same.
NRG patient on this. Crashy's only able to take one. His artist is smoked off. Has to give the space up.
You see him
Okay,
pinging
at least
so
I have
he
the
can go
number
for that spray
advantage.
on
Any
anybody
ults,
jumping
anything
up on him
crazy? No.
in between reloads.
What is Angel up to? He just cleared so much space, but he's not able to get a kill. That would
Yeah,
have been
they kind of had to
devastating.
make a play
That
in the
stun is
3v4.
disgusting.
Yeah, and Zipan is way too cheap
Victor
to
had
deal
a
with.
great
And he
run.
just stunned up the entire
Anything else as
room.
well? Let's see how much.
Victor's
Shao would
got
love to
3
do
on the
damage.
round. Shao's left alone. Paranoid soaring by his
Actually
face,
turned out to
but
be a
Artis
really
is
good
the one
run
who
from
gets the
NRG.
kill.
I think we
bonus this
saw
time.
from the positioning where people
No
were
bonus
as well.
ever.
I think they kind of talked about what I was talking about, that they
Out of
want to
the 3
fight,
attempts,
or at least try and get the numbers down
really
before they
struggling.
get over towards sites. I
It's not
think if
around
it's a
that is
number,
very
if
common
the
to
numbers
win.
equal and
Obviously,
they
it's
try
about
and
a quarter
retake
of
the
the time.
details, probably too good from Navi that I've
But
seen.
still, Navi out of those teams, and especially given what we've seen so far,
One enemy remaining.
now they really haven't been super clean on the gun rounds overall.
Is that a giant cat?
Chat, I know the
I'm
things at the
surprised
bottom.
there
One
is an
sec.
NRG watch party right now. What time is it?
It's got to be late.
It's like 1 no, actually on Pacific. Yeah, no, it's evening time.
Gamer hours. 3-round lead for NRG.
Meanwhile, Europe's just waking up. Good morning.
Early haunt. As Navi go towards A. And once again, mid pressure from NRG. Remember in the previous round, it was a peak. They got the kill. This time they funnel in, they take the space. And much like we saw a couple of rounds ago, they have Navi corralled, controlled, and honestly confused. They don't have any options on where they could go.
We've seen so many situations where energy
It's
has
hard
put
for them
them in
saying
the
Mac
pen.
control. They might just try and heavy
This time,
focus on tree. I like this as
They
well.
don't
They show
actually
over towards here,
continue
then they insta-rotate.
to
That's
tie
a
the
massive
noose.
kill from Cena. Then
Sam dropping
all
down.
goes in as well. They get a good amount of info.
Seized. Oh, did he get away?
Okay,
Not enough
nice
time.
push from them.
Imagine though.
Yeah, mate.
would've
Chat,
been
their
insane.
after plants are too good.
Finesse finding the kill that Tom could
And I
not.
think they need a
They've
pause.
arrived now, actually, from the flank down to the site.
Can't
Are
they
they
can't
really
play
going
like
to
this.
make a go at this?
Seems like they may.
This is crazy.
Victor the first, Finesse the second.
What?
He finds the kill falling from the heavens.
How have they made this one
2v2 now,
doable?
he's gonna swing his way out.
How
Finesse
is
with
this
3.
one doable?
Victor, 1v1, has to land the shots.
Mate.
Did not get it to half. 9 bullets, he's gotta go fast. And Sugetsu
Jesus.
keeps him back.
Even if he gets that kill, I don't think he had time, but still, he made an effort.
Yeah,
And
I
the
don't
fact
think
that
he
they
had
get
time
it down
either.
there,
I think Sugetsu played
I
it.
thought it was crazy they went for it in the
pretty
first
well.
place.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, sure,
Man, the
Neon was
falling
making the
kill.
rotate back off the flank, but so was Crashies.
Valorant.
Completely on foot. Found a bicycle somewhere on the map. Because that was quick. It almost works out. That's crazy. Still not all hope lost. They put themselves in such a good position on that first half. But Navi responding immediately is very important. Not allowing any streaks.
That's an excellent way to start the round.
I mean, to take down Crashies, yeah, 100%.
It's a nice start. It's another.
He's crucial, by the way.
Navi,
as the solo
Navi
initiator
have,
on this map,
and even in the
Neon
first
comp
map,
relies on having
fine
this
with the
guy
fast
alive.
kills.
It's a lighter buy, but Finesse was so far up. You see where he once stood. Off of that, Navi are going to funnel into C, take the site, get the spike down. Plenty of time to spare.
And even if things get hairy, Shao has the keys to solidify. You want to make sure that you keep that up, though. That lockdown is what I'm referring to. He's so far back that, yeah, you definitely don't think that he's even thinking about it. With the rest of the players staying on site, you can tell they want to prevent that sort of situation from happening.
Question is, does Victor pop the ult here? Perhaps too much time has passed. Saw him with the Guardian not finding anything. Oh, he finally does.
Man, that
I
looks
think
so
maybe if
fast.
Psalm stays alive there, maybe he goes for it. It's still a 3v5, excuse me. There's no way with the eco.
No, difficult task. Victor picks up the Guardian. Art is still close by.
Okay.
Phantom, get out of there.
Nice, light armor too.
Last player standing.
I don't want to to give up a kill there.
Oh, is that why they're
I'm
planting
not
like
sure how
that?
far he is away from his ult, but Sugetsu now one pip
Planting
away.
slightly here, so you
So they
can't
can play
defuse
for
on the
Yeah, very good
on the
point.
wall
We'll see
on the
how close
side.
he was.
Okay, timeout here from NRG. Don't forget, Navi used both
Yeah, I think this
timeouts in that
timeout makes a
first
lot of
half.
sense, man. They need to fight
And
heavy
Navi with the string of
sides.
rounds right
They
now.
gotta
This is a
fight heavy
huge
sides.
opportunity for Doom Bros.
Have to. Can't let
Make
them
it to
plant
Angel.
unless they have the
The things
advantage.
he spotted so far in this first half. But I think mostly, finally,
I
saying
think
the
that's going to
things
be the
that we're
main
doing
thing that's
is
been
working.
talked about here.
Here's the ideas that
Maybe
NRG are going to start
I mean, there's
throwing at
multiple
you.
ways to approach this, whether they
guy
want
on
to
your
actually
screen
go aggro
crashes.
towards places.
Potentially
They
gonna be
could
linchpin of it
definitely
all.
push like mid round or even early round and get map control, so their retakes make it a little bit
Gotta see.
easier and have a lot of map
NRG is
control.
trying to find
But
a bead on the sites that they're going to hit ahead of time.
they could
We've never
also
seen
flood
those same
sites,
sort of
but they
stats
definitely
ahead
need
of
to
time
talk about how much
from
of
NRG
a
and
rough time they're having with the after
some of those
plants, it
retakes
feels
as
like.
well. Unfortunately, they're losing players
Sorry, with the
beforehand.
retakes.
They're starting to lose hit personnel before the site hits even occur from Navi. That's what I want to clean up if I'm Chet.
On top of the Sage Wall,
On the flip side,
diffuse
though,
or a
out of a
C
timeout,
plant,
you've seen them NRG
I have no
consistently go
idea,
for some
honestly.
very cheeky plays.
Have to be
So I
something you
wouldn't be
tried.
surprised to throw out a very aggressive hit.
You're right. I think about
Okay, Jan, let me just refresh this.
just a couple moments ago, off to the side, a timeout.
Just want to check they're up to date.
That Odin spam. It's the beginning of the end for Navi, really.
It's a weird rounds
Still a close game, though.
because there is so many options.
Doesn't look
We had a
like they have
timeout
teed up
before
here. Maybe
this,
some aggression,
and there
off
is
of the paranoia and the flash for Victor
insane,
to take
almost
space, but
limited, like unlimited options that
Actually,
Navi could
Navi
do
doesn't
on
have
this
any
round.
presence there. It looks like
3
Sugetsu will
orbs,
end up rotating towards
3
A.
people that are one
Navi
away from
throws the
each
orb,
orb.
but
They have a
no,
Killjoy
actually.
orb as well. They
No
decide to go for
aggression
their
out
B
NRG, so
smoke that cuts
mostly
off
cleaning up
vision and helps it over
these early
towards
hits
B.
and-
But the alarm bot's up.
NRG have swapped this wall over towards this C hit. Remember, I was commenting on how Navi
Yeah, they
were
actually
using
have a
that
C
in
retake wall.
anticipation, but it's because of this lockdown.
So they've been talking about the retake,
thing here
and
is
maybe it's to
Sugetsu
do with
has
the
his
Killjoy
ult
ult, and they know that most
because
likely
he
they
picked up
can't
the
stop
orb.
this
Remember,
Killjoy ult.
Artist
They
was
actually
the
have a
catalyst for
retake
that,
wall
going
for this.
that kill.
This will
Sugetsu
block
gets it.
Oh,
will
Can't
block
help
the
there.
vision of the spike
they get through. They take
if
a
they
little
plant
damage off the
towards
molly.
Mound.
40 damage done to both CNET and Angel.
It's a
They're
nice
gonna have to
fight
pit,
roll.
but Crashies has his ult.
And they
and
get
this
the
pit
ult
actually
safe
allows
there.
them to come out of waterfall, and with this mound push, there's space for them.
CNET has ult.
CNET able to get the first. Som has fallen. You see Shao playing very far off so he can fight Mound. And that's exactly what he's going to do, but he doesn't really get a chance at the fight at all.
CNET with a showstopper's key
Nice
here.
shot. Oh, he got a little bit unlucky and then lucky. Damn,
And it
it's
gets
enough.
2! The defenses from
Okay,
NRG
really,
crumble
really
as
strong.
CNET gets 4, and it's
Really
a
strong,
round for
nicely done
Navi.
from
We're
CNET.
tied at
Good
9.
ults into this one, nice plan
Great adjustments there
from
from
Navi.
Navi
I like the
as
Viper
well.
ult as well.
For both sides,
3
honestly,
ults
NRG
into this one, though.
completely expected the hit that was coming from Navi. They put the wall in that position. And that wall is great for retaking through Mound when this pit is so advanced. Out of the side of Sugetsu. That showstopper, though, brutal. And CNED, I mean, he
Forces
looks
them down to
comfortable.
an
Look at
eco. I
17
mean,
and
it's definitely the
15.
right round to
This
use all
raise
these
pick
ults.
definitely working out.
Money's out of control
others
for
have failed.
Navi.
Where he has failed in the past.
Once again, aggression. This time much more committed. But the haunt, that's what throws the brakes on the hit.
Crash
on the
is
Viper
getting
wall
orb
too.
once they do this. And
Towards the C
honestly,
side.
this heavy stack that they're going to do over towards C, if they can
That's
get
just
there in
Jiggling trying to
time,
prevent
it's going to
this
be
again.
really
Orb
strong.
comes
That's why
up.
we're using all this util
No
very
KJ
early.
util here.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen this before.
And
We just
Navi,
saw
after
this.
seeing that
The
as
Roomba
well,
first, the
looking like they
Molly
want to
traded.
add a bit more pressure. They open the
It's delayed
door,
by 2, so
and we
Navi
do
have the
have to get
opportunity
to
to
fall
take
them
the
back a
lead
little
in
bit
this
to make
map.
some map control.
Has not.
It's a
been
good
eluding
stack at
them
the moment for
entire
NRG.
time.
Nick is close by, and it's just a stinger.
Yeah, and the
He
stack
gets
was
them both,
great.
and then the ult, but instantly stopped.
And Spike is down in control for NRG.
Spike is here. There's
It all
guns that they
falls
would
to
love to
pieces.
get.
Oh, what a thrifty round win would do to the momentum of this map.
And this was just all about the gamble,
Especially speaking
like
as
we
the
said.
first time, the first opportunity to
Such a
even
good
take that
stack
lead
over
in the
towards
first
the
place.
site. Double stinger kill.
Can Shao and Sugetsu clutch
Hottest
this
did
out?
good to trade
I'm
it.
concerned that door open actually obscures Som. Som can open it at any point.
Can they win this 4v2 with the spike out of reach? So close, yet so far.
I thought when they were gonna
Wall goes up. Crashy's patient. No spam yet. Has a Vandal here. Fear of being traded instantly.
Doors open.
Enemy remaining.
There's his finesse with the first. And it's a
Okay,
thrifty
nice
win for
round from them.
NRG.
So many
And that
people
very
get an
well
upgrade
could
as
be
well.
it.
It's actually a perfect
Finesse
round.
and Artis just do so good
This
on that
kind of
site.
changes everything, to be honest
don't
with you.
even
Now they
know.
have money for the
that's
rest
a
of
blunder
this
for
half.
Navi to send both of your
And
dive agents. In this case, the Omen definitely considered that.
yeah, I do think that
As he TPs through its
Navi
Victor,
need, once they got shut down and saw the double molly,
Those
it's
are 2
obvious
free
that they're
kills.
trying to delay for
the
something
orb and
here.
the
So
molly
I
coming
felt
in as
like
well
they
from
needed to
Artis rotating
go
too.
back in
There's no
mid
chance to
rounds,
get
and I
in
thought
to
they were
actually
going to
trade
do that. I
those
thought they were
kills.
going to create some
So
pressure on the
Navi
map.
lose a
But
major
they ended up
opportunity.
just trying to
Vic has
force
an
over
op.
towards C.
And there's a
They
lot
get
of
punished
Navi
from it.
presence
Nice
A.
stack from
Into
NRG.
that op. Angel flashed. TP's around. Do they check him? They do. I'm not going to find value, but Crashies gets
Crazy
2.
trades.
Now Sam looking to triple dip his way into another kill in the face of the
The
room, but
boom
not
bot
able to land the
really
shots.
put him off.
Great swing from the 2 Navi players
Really put him
Was.
off, man.
there. Finesse. Turret spots him.
And yeah, so
Definitely had an
Navi managed
opportunity
to
there.
win the duel. Managed to
There's
win the
no
trade
holes for
outs.
Navi's setup.
Whoa. Late wall out from Sugetsu.
But nobody's there actually to spot from NRG that wall going up. And at the beginning of the round, you had confusion in the NRG camp about where that Viper wall was, because he's been switching it between the C side, between the A side.
Very good point. You're right. Artis with the big
Ooh,
one.
2-on-2. Artis now gets sort with that. He has a
Nice
long
by
bot as
himself
well if
there.
he wants to go join his mate over towards
And
C.
thinks there's way more space available than there is, and that's because the 2 players are anchors. They're KJ, they're Viper.
If they commit B, they're going to be having to deal with all this utility that Artis just set down. You see
Artis
the alarm
has
about the
so much
nanos. There it
utility.
is. Buying time with
He
30
did
seconds
great.
left.
Big 1v1.
It's a 1v1. Finesse against Shao.
Look, he's running already towards the A side.
Mate,
he's going to hear the
FNS
panel
is too
break.
smart.
He's ahead of it.
He's
I don't
here
think he's going to
so
get there in time
early.
to cut it off, though.
Do they hear
I think
him?
Shao should hear him. He's planning the open.
The molly!
Oh
and the
my
shots
god,
for
okay,
Finesse!
nicely done.
Just
I
a
thought the
step
land sound
ahead.
wasn't going to be there and it's going to be the weirdest round we've
Why
ever
does he
seen.
need to plant in the open there?
Nicely done. Artis
think he
did
has plenty of
incredibly
time.
well.
But maybe not.
Nice
Just going for a gamble
2v3.
to make
Nicely
sure
done
he
from
can maybe
Artis
get
to get
back
this
past
into a
stairs.
one-on-one. Nice, just instant decision
Again,
from
seen
FNS.
that
Just
there.
was here too early.
After losing that Thrifty, they
Knew
definitely split
exactly
up.
what the knew exactly that with the information
I mean, for
that he
Finesse,
had,
you
this
saw
was the
he
most likely
prepared.
outcome. So I thought that was
Prepared
great.
to drop the molly.
This is when you kind of realize what good players are
Another
when they're
battle
like
again. Victor still
smart.
with the
Oh,
op.
wait.
There's a lot more presence here, though. It's a clash. Angel
They
made the
didn't hear him
hitting play.
TP out.
Just on the other side of the wall. Victor walks into his death. This time Navi far more successful.
Yeah, not hearing the TP out kind of cost them, man.
Artis finding a blind one, though, looking for the second to spam
Close.
through the smokes. Leave Navi worse for
2v5
wear.
into a 2v3.
Not only is that 2 kills,
Angel
but look at Angel's
45
health.
HP.
These late round kills from Artis too. It's Artis and Finesse again in the same situation. Last time Artis was able to find CNET on a walkabout.
If I'm not
This time though, they're grouped.
well, if I'm not mistaken, too, it
Dude,
was
they
a
go
3v2
back
again.
into this? There's no way.
This
All
time,
up, they're re-clearing here.
they're so far up. As soon as the wall goes down, the kills will too.
Oh,
Angel
hey,
with 3.
nice.
Zipan gets the
I
last.
was a little bit
Navi
worried
at
there.
10.
That's a ridiculous flick from Angel.
Yeah, some
That
nice
wall
shots
coming
in the
down,
end.
he's ready
a
for
nice
it.
try in the
He knows
2v5.
so much. What Finesse is thinking in that moment. And you could see concern on Finesse's face. As he thinks that play should
Yeah,
have worked.
what I was gonna say is like
Not only
those
that, but
players
NRG
who
really
are
committing
like
to this A side.
who are kind of
push.
just different are just
That was
really
a very
good at
nice
putting their mind into the other
off of
person's
that, the last
brain, right?
timeout
Like
for
you
either
put them
side
in,
is
you
called.
go into their shoes and you're like, what would I be
Wouldn't
doing in
have
this
it any other way.
situation?
Nope.
He's just seen me over towards
quite
here,
the
and
distance
your
yet.
brain's just calculating
Navi lost the
everything.
opportunity
What
to
is the
take the
most
lead,
likely
but right
outcome
now,
where he's going to go, and it's just like
They
a
have the
percentage
opportunity
thing.
to tie it back
You
up
see
again.
a big reason why Zaiwu
Chad,
is
who's
like
calling the timeout?
incredible. Feels like he's insane at just processing multiple
This
people's
could end
like what they're gonna
in an
likely
epic
do at
battle,
the same
or
time.
absolutely looking like NRG dominate Navi if they end 2-0.
MC, what's up?
I hope
Why
it's the
smoke
first
there
of
when
many
they're
to come
open?
between these
Yeah,
two
honestly.
teams of battles. Again, the first time Artis playing against his former team. Right now he's getting the better of most of them. CNET though still in that head-to-head. Definitely filling those shoes
Nice to see
very
you,
well.
nice and angry.
That Artis left.
Money's depleted after the Thrifty round that they won. So if we get to 11-11,
Just joining
most
us, it was a
likely they would have
13-8 on
to.
Ascent.
I say most likely
NRG
they would
with
have
a
to eco.
ridiculous attack side half. This time, a little bit more standard here on Lotus with these attack sided halves coming out from both sides. 8-4 for NRG. But now it's within 1. And out of the last 2 rounds, there's been this A main presence over and over.
NRG
This
just got some
time,
info
nothing
over
for
towards
NRG,
here over
and
jump
Navi are
peak. No one's forced
capitalizing.
or used any
Straight
util
through the wall, they
to
don't
get
care.
past the one way that they put up.
have
They do a
Artis who's
heavy
locked down, they
rotate.
have
There's
Finesse
3
to
and
spin.
B at the moment. We have a retake on A.
Got some
In terms of
waiting, too.
how the game's been going, the
Satchel in with the
retakes
prowler
have
through the
not
door.
been
They
good
know the
from
site's
NRG
open.
when they have no map control.
That lockdown might get broken by this
Lockdown,
nade.
they really want to stop them from planting, but they're just going
It's
for the
gone.
plant anyway.
It is, you're
And
right.
they stopped it with, I
Crashies is gonna
imagine,
get
the
orb
CNED
right before
nade.
the spike goes down, and that brings his Seekers online.
You would favor
Off of the
you would
paranoia,
favor
you
Navi
imagine
for
the
this. They're
council
using a
panel
lot of
broken,
ults as
that's
well.
the case. Nightfall investors, Seekers too, and they understand there's a lot
That
of
was
presence
nice.
towards
Seekers to see where they
main.
could
They're
hit
not
the Omen
checking.
flash with to get info.
Sugetsu's really right around
Still
the
a
room. They
nightmare.
didn't
Look at
check
his
him.
crossfire.
And Shao's close by too. They're going to be able to stop him. They're going to be able to hold him
Yeah,
back.
they can't let him get
That's
over towards
exactly
site.
what they do.
But they also tried to
Artis has
not
to
let
tuck
them
tail
get
and
over
has to
towards
run
site, if that
away.
makes sense. That's why they put the Killjoy ult in.
Doesn't have the same tools,
So
and
they took a
Navi
bit,
trying to
took a
really
bit of a
keep the
gamble,
pressure
thought that
on
it was
them.
going to be a C. Then
They
they
take
pivot
down
over
his gun.
towards B. Then they realized that
Everybody
they're
on the
going
side is
fast A,
broke,
the most
other
perfect
than
call
Artis.
against for what they were wanting to do. Then
they
they
do
also
just
talked
that.
about Chet. I'm
Tie
pretty sure in
game,
his timeout
Navi.
earlier said that you can't let them get
Another
over towards the
opportunity to
site.
take the first
So that's
lead of
why
the
we
game.
Killjoy ult to try and stop them from planting,
And
but they
remember,
managed to get the
last
plant
time they
in
were
anyway,
here, it was
and
a
then it is
thrifty
just enough to
response from
plant too much
NRG.
util.
As you just said, they're broke this time.
So yeah, it was
And I was really
very
wondering
nice
where
from
that
Navi.
flash
It
was
was a
going
good
to
call
go
from
on the
them in
side of
this round.
Som when they broke through the panel.
not sure if they had
They
a
popped the
not sure if they had a
Seekers.
read or anything, but
There
it was
wasn't
good.
really many good lanes for him to shoot, but
Yeah.
he does use it where the Seekers go. But they don't quite consider, they don't see the
Right.
fact that a Seeker
11-11,
clear that corner.
and like we said, they go down to eco.
Or maybe just overwhelmed with the amount of stuff going on, the pure chaos. You're right, though, thrifty opportunity.
And the buy is dreadful. And the remaining money for NRG is not great.
This is the first time they find this instant pick and they back off, knowing that panel got broken early, so they immediately go into separate protocols.
Finesse is so far up by himself. You mentioned the separate protocol. That is a solo mission for sure.
They've got 2 players
But he
here on this
gets
B side.
early info at
But
least.
again,
If they
it's
open this door,
awful.
he's absolutely wrecked.
Nanos buy some time. The ult invested from CNED. Nothing found.
A lot of damage.
1 HP for Artis. That's insane. The spam from Som not landing.
Ooh, the bait
But
was
Victor
pretty good.
does.
That's even. That's a Phantom.
Can it be picked up?
Zipbound's responding.
No way he gets one.
The trades are
That's
crazy
still
right
just
now.
numbers, not
It's on the flank now.
utilizing for NRG. And it's Victor by himself with the Stinger, trying to get through it. Behind the wall. It's a tap, buy some time. That's all it's going to be. Navi
Right,
gets him at
one
point.
chance. Who would have
And Angel
thought
was the
it
safety valve
was
there.
8-1.
I love
8-1
the
at
fact
its
that was a
highest.
light
Now we
buyout from
get to
NRG.
the
Sure, Navi know that
Navi
situation, but they
first
invest the
map
showstopper. They
point.
invest tools that they might have wanted to save. That's important, though, because they want to get to overtime. Again, they've only had the lead in this series a single time when they were up 8-6 on Ascent after winning that second pistol. So the third lead now. And it couldn't come at a better time to
Killjoy
solidify
ult.
at least overtime. And still a
FNS
big
has
room
his ult.
to win this match outright.
And then we have double
For
Omen ult.
NRG, the money management
Again, it's a
masterful.
good map
They
for
still
the
have
attack
plenty
Omen
enough
ult.
to buy. An op in the hands of Victor.
That's to try to catch
There's a
Victor.
lot of people here.
Not
Get the
landing.
op out. I wasn't even looking at that.
Angel's been there so many times. Chance to do
Massive
it again,
kill.
but
No
Som
trades
holding
on
the
this one
line.
as
CNED
well.
the
Hill
first to
comes
fall.
in.
The pin invested towards C.
Yep.
And you imagine at this point, they've seen what they've seen A.
They took down the main pass and
They
the
heard
entries
that
over
ult go
towards
off.
site as well. Viper ult up over
They
towards C.
should know where it is.
There's not really room to pivot back towards C, like you said. They know that in the back of their minds.
And you see the Killjoy setup from Artis. It's not in towards B main. It's through panel.
The thing is, though, out of sight, out of mind.
Honestly, this
Still
Killjoy
a
setup
minute to
might
work
own
with.
it because they don't have the raise.
They do end up pivoting
So
all
it's
the way
less
towards C.
likely
They
that
had to
they're
come
going
up
to
with
hit
a
through
late-round
these choke
plan.
points.
They do have a lockdown.
and
They
more
do have
likely that
Angel's
they're
ult.
going
I
to try
think
and
they want
split.
to go for it. They have the tools to try to counter it. But still,
Yeah, and I think that's what they talked about here. That's why they're grouping back. They're going to split B and they're going to go through this disgusting Killjoy util. And it's probably going to get him a
It's been
kill.
favoring the safe side.
It's been so quiet for the last few seconds.
30 seconds left.
Not a single step made, and finally the shot rattles off. Finds
Yeah,
the
here
leader
comes the
for
Killjoy
Navi.
util.
Look at that instant relay bolt as well from Victor. It looks like it's bound to a shoot button.
Time's going to be crazy low
5v3,
here.
Som gets
I mean,
another. Navi crumbling. Can they respond with 13 seconds left? I don't think they're going to find a space to get the spike down.
Well, lockdown will give them a lot of room. Especially with the molly to cover up the waterfall push. They should get it down, but this
2v4,
panel
Spike
push
goes down.
can come very fast.
Was very close. There's the nano. There's the molly.
Right,
There's the kill
overtime.
for Victor. And even in the face of the pit,
Okay,
NRG
nicely
do
done.
not
Nicely
fold.
done from NRG.
We're going to
Man,
overtime.
what a wild map at the moment.
Had to have at least one in this series. Last year, these two cores were definitely top 3 in their own right. What a spam from Psalm. Navi already a top 4 finish at lock-in
Okay,
this
straight
year.
back into this.
NRG top 8. These are the best of the best.
Picking up Crashy's orb
What a
as well.
gift, what a
Okay, we'll
treat
keep an
this
eye on
series
that.
has been.
Another one and a plant. Or could just go and get all
Legacy.
3, as we can see. Zipan's
right
picked
here.
this one up over towards A, so it has to be a plant
They don't
or a
have many
kill.
battles against each other, but we're hoping for a lot more here. This is a first opening match for the two teams.
Man, they're really hoping that this orb is here. They're going to be devastated when this orb isn't here. Going to have to mid-round.
Wall up. Very different wall from Finesse here. Allows some approach towards this A side by walking out behind it, using this Trailblazer, the flash coming in at the same time, the stun too. They're not going to commit off of it. You can see Sam had it in his pocket.
Okay,
to
heavy
throw out
denial
that
of A
paranoia
anyway.
based off
They're
what
probably
the
going
dog
to take that
stuns.
these smokes are being
He's
used
ready
for
to
here.
go. You're right, he
Speaking
had
of
to
smoke,
prime
he
it.
does get another one up in
Realistically,
3
this wall was
seconds.
always placed to
Navi really
hit towards
expecting
B.
to see
And that's where they're headed.
alarm bot.
And they used this alarm
Just
bot
came
early
back,
to
I
actually
think,
contain this
'cause-
space.
30 seconds left.
He wasn't here earlier.
Just so they can come back to it later. Do they find success here? It's just an alarm bot. There are no nanos to really cover anything like that.
Exceeds.
So they get a lot of map control. Can they get the good
No nade
plant here?
combo,
Big
though.
Jewel.
Ned was over towards C.
Victor's there to greet
He had
Angel.
no idea there's someone who's in here. It's a nice instant
Certainly
parting.
can take
That
the
is
left. They get the spike down. You're
insanely
right.
bold for Zipan.
Zipan
I have
not able
no
to find
idea
any
why he's gone
space
for that.
either.
Oh,
Chow do
Wait,
something here.
plants down,
Perhaps
plants
Sugetsu.
down.
Spike's
They
not
got a
down
plant.
yet.
2v3,
Can
they've
swing.
got to get to the spike.
Time.
Finesse! Almost able to hold it. How did he get it down? Artist left it
Holy,
on.
that's
Sugetsu with 4.
incredible! It actually all panned out. Insane
He's
round
on
from
his feet.
Sugetsu.
That's a ridiculous round. His teammate satcheled him while trying to stop the spike plant.
Yeah,
And then he
everything was
turns and
going
gets the
off
one
here.
tap. I think that was last bullet, Doug.
I gotta see that again.
Just the streak. 7
What is that
seconds.
kill?
3 players left. Spike not planning yet.
That is bomb. Maybe lurker.
Oh my gosh. Is that last bullet? That is nasty.
Holy hell! It was 3v5. They managed to win that one. Damn.
And Navi again, another
Sugetsu,
match point. I did
hero.
not expect to be there after the initial
Another
start
chance
of
for
that round. It
Navi.
looked like NRG was in full
Again, in
control.
terms of overtime,
Again,
everyone
Angel.
gets a
Zipan walked in blind. They
everyone
didn't
gets
even really
one
know what was on the other
timeout,
side.
one fresh
Give up
new
their lives
timeout. You
willingly.
can't carry any timeouts in to this. So
Just 'cause
NRG
they
is a
wanted to
timeout.
summon Voldemort.
Chet
and
feels
Zipan.
like he has something that he wants to say to try and swing this one. Also,
Angel
bear in
down.
mind that Navi can talk in their timeouts.
What an outrageous
in
turn
this
of
timeout.
events. Remember, the spike almost doesn't even get planted. Oh,
It's crazy that it did. That must have been milliseconds.
Oh,
My
yeah.
goodness.
yeah,
Was
absolutely.
the plant coming in so late?
What
But so
about between
Zipan
these
pushed
two?
through the smoke, and that got them off the plant. And then
Once again,
it all
Navi match
like
point,
snowballed
NRG
from
used
there.
the one timeout they have in overtime. You get one extra for the entirety of all overtimes. It doesn't matter if we go to 10.
Now, note here very quickly, Victor once again has the op. It is glass cannon, but he's normally been setting up
Yes,
towards A.
yes.
This time he's C.
Well, the important thing is, normally you're throwing that orb from Sugetsu. It looks like he's going to do it again. He actually uses the wall, though, so
So A control
give a gap.
and potential
If it
early
doesn't come
C
up early
control
enough,
as well.
He's behind.
But both these teams might go
Molly,
for
though.
C
Traffic
control. One way's going to
That
go
only
up. How
bounces on the
heavy
wall,
they?
so- Good landing.
Oh
53
boy,
HP.
they're
Remember, he had
committed.
Committing. They're committing here.
88 off of the decay.
I mean,
What
this
health
is
does he have?
decided
They
right
expanded
here.
this angle before, and
They were
CNED was
not
ahead of it.
expecting
That's a
this
big mistake
angle.
there.
Insta goes down. They might just pop with this.
They didn't have the right plan there. Because Sam falls off. Victor tries to go into that space.
And he gets the orb. Love this.
But
I
he
love
doesn't
that
have
they
room to
fell back
escape.
here.
He's
They
not
get the
playing.
orb. Now they can just get this orb over towards
Jet
B. They
now
have
definitely can't
4v5.
dash as best as possible. And things are going to quiet down. Navi's been formidable in these situations where they get those early entries.
How do they lose this one?
But when there's room for individualism, out of Angel, out of CNED, things get definitely dicey.
There we go. Orb collected. That's all.
1-3-1 setup here. The last couple of rounds have been so
Dog
tense.
goes in. Only sees one. With the information that they know they've only seen one, they decide to just group and hit C. So we can see two
Off of
people
the
here though.
momentary delay,
Flash
Navi
goes
turned their
in, that
attention
hits,
towards
but they
C.
don't know numbers.
Early flash out from Crash. He's getting some info.
Dude, they farmed
Some
CNED's
has
orb.
Omen Flash.
There's the ult!
Oh, he didn't want to
Nothing
Omen Flash
found
when he
from
heard the
Psalm,
ult.
and CNED just drops him. And it seems like they're going to be able to put it away unless Crashies can pull off heroics again.
Alarm bot, just in time.
4v3, and Angel's gone exploring mid.
Oh my goodness.
Crashies with the position to make a play. Had the shorty out for just a
Nicely
moment.
done
Opts
from
to go against
Sugetsu.
it.
Holy hell,
And it's
okay.
a
We
14-12
go to a
win for
third map.
Navi.
This was crazy. Chat, it was A1.
What a comeback win.
It was A1 and they managed to
On map 2 here
actually
on
win
Lotus.
this. Third
Remember
map
the first half, they
split.
were down bad. What was the start, 6-0 or something like that? Before they even got there first. That is crazy from Navi, but not outside of the realm of possibility. Honestly, sort of expected